What is going on, guys? Fighting Game Selectors here. We are back again to talk about some more Street Fighter 6 action. But we're going to go ahead and talk about what Street Fighter 6 changes need to from a professional gamer himself. iDom, what's good?
What's up? How you doing? How's everyone doing?
Street Fighter 6, man. I know you have a lot of gripes about the game, but this is your floor, and I'm going to ask you, man, like, first of all, how you feel about the Street Fighter 6 change?
So the patch that came out like right after Capcom Cup, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it didn't really do much for the game. I still feel like the meta's relatively the same. I feel like, you know, JP might have got nerfed like a bit. Like he probably went from like top 2 to like top 5, if that's even much. And I feel like Ryu maybe went from like, actually, I don't think Ryu really moved that much. I still think he's like, I always thought Ryu was kind of like right in the middle, like dead smack in the middle. And I still feel like he's still there because like Luke and Ken kind of just like overshadow him a lot of the time.
The big patch is coming soon. We don't know when that soon is. But if we could talk about a couple of changes that you will want, what would be those changes that you'll want upcoming for the next big patch?
Okay, so I always hear a lot of people always talking about, you know, perfect parry and drive rush and, you know, drive impact and all the mechanical changes. I'm gonna be honest, I've been playing 6 for a while, and you know, I think I've hit in my acceptance phase on perfect parry. I just kind of like, you know, it's in the game. What are you gonna do about it? And like, I feel like a lot of the special moves are kind of just designed around for you to parry it. But if I actually wanted to change something, like a major change, something got to be done about drive rush. I am not a fan of drive rush at all. There is no way it functions okay. Like, I've played a lot of fighting games, and like, I don't know, man. Drive rush got to be like top 3 most disliked mechanics in a fighting game that I play.
It really just feels like a new way of like roaming canceling, right?
I think it's better, and like I feel like it's more prevalent than like RC.
Well, yeah, because it's given that you can't air block,
yeah,
and you know you can't get out. It's like 5 times stronger. You know, they try nerfing like the drive rush jabs.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that wasn't enough?
I still feel like a lot of them are really strong, and like I feel like the problem that I kind of feel with the game is like, I feel like if I'm waiting for drive rush and I'm like, this guy has done nothing this entire game but drive rush, I'm just literally gonna sit here and stop his drive rush right now, and then the person drive rushes and I still get hit. I think that is like the worst feeling in a fighting game that I've ever like had. I guess getting helm breakered by Virgil in Marvel maybe, but like I think that's got to be one of the worst feelings. I don't know. I feel like it's a very hard mechanic to balance, because obviously I don't want it to be, you know, irrelevant or useless, but I don't like the current state. I feel like it's too much like a mini game a lot of the time when trying to stop the drive rush. Like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Like even watching tournaments, like I watch like Punk play and I see him get hit by Blanca drive rush heavy kick, and I'm just like, damn, he's eating so much damage because that happened.
Yeah. Are there any other changes that you have in mind?
So along the parry lines, I feel like I hate that I'm kind of coming around to it where like, you know, parry's okay, but I hate that like it's starting to happen. But I don't know how you change parry without making it horrible. So I think parry's kind of fine. I guess I would buff drive reversal. I think drive reversal definitely needs a significant buff. But if they were to buff drive reversal, the characters like JP and Guile gotta get nerfed or something, because like their zoning's already like amazingly good.
How do you feel about taking away throw loop?
Okay, I don't like getting throw looped as a much. I feel like I said, you get knocked down, anyone kind of hit you, and then it's kind of just like you're playing this mini game of having to get out of the throw loop. And I also is much more rough for me because, you know, playing Manon and not having reversal kind of sucks. But it kind of has to be in the game because of parry. But I do think one thing they could do that would actually be kind of, you know, unique to the game, kind of like leave the character in like throw invul for like the first couple of frames of wake up, unless they like try to parry you, and then there's kind of like a hard call out and be like, oh well, he tried to parry. So
sort of like how Granblue kind of did, right?
Yeah.
Like a throw protection?
Yeah, like a throw protection on your wake up for like a couple of frames. But like if they try to wake up parry, then obviously they just get smoked. But I actually think like doing something unique like that could actually help. And like I said, it could even go as far as command throws. Like I hate to say it, but like even if you don't want to get like command thrown on like knockdown or something, they could even try to do something like that.
The corner game is already one of the most dangerous place to be in this game. Literally anybody in the corner, floor is lava, right?
Yeah.
Floor is lava. Everyone's like on a state of emergency, just because of the return of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like because they have throw loop in the game on top of all of that, I feel like one of it has to go. You know, what if they made drive impact? So you know how like if you just drive impact and you hit them in the corner and you get like some big damage?
Yeah.
What if they scale that damage from like perfect parry damage?
Ooh.
How do you feel about that?
Ooh, I actually, this is gonna sound crazy. I am a huge fan of drive impact. I think it's a very good mechanic, and I actually don't think it should change. I like the wall splat.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't think the wall splash, but you know, we're just speaking about the reward of like everything, right?
Nah, I think I'm on the team. Hold that. Team hold that.
Oh, you on the team? Oh, you on team hold that?
Yeah, hold that. Like you.
All right, well, get rid of them throw loops. You want to? I'm on team protect me on wake up. You know,
Yeah.
I'm on team protect me on wake up. But now, go ahead. What are you about to say?
Yeah, like I said, I don't like throw loops as much as the next guy, but I actually for drive impact is like I think it's cool. Like you took a risk. You know, if the person wake up DI, you might lose the game. It might just be over from there. I feel like
I agree.
It's like a Hail Mary a lot of the time if you want to drive impact, or it's like a I'm winning, but I want to win more kind of mechanic. I think it's I think it's bad for newer players because a lot of the newer players just spam drive impact at like lower level, but I think it's an amazing actually addition.
Yeah, it really makes defense I would say very hard to master.
Yeah.
How would you feel if they revert non-projectile level 1 supers fully invuln through projectile?
You know, when they changed that in the beta, I still remember like doing a video and going over with my stream why they did that, because I thought it was kind of weird. But I guess like from looking at the other supers, like say like Kimberly running through a projectile to punish you, or Manon sliding under a projectile and punishing you, that could help more of the weaker characters. But I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious. Like I wish I got to play a version of like got to play like where that was actually very relevant. So
For Manon, right?
yeah, like Manon.
Yeah, because she wasn't out in the beta.
Yeah. So I don't know. I want them to try it, but I can see why it might be an issue. I feel like as soon as Manon would get one bar, you just got to stop throwing projectiles. There's no more projectile. Like as soon as I saw, because her level 1's pretty fast and it goes practically like half screen. So if she was just like, oh, you do a sandblast and then I just level 1 and punished you every time, that's pretty good. That's what I think that's like a quarter of your life bar gone because you threw a projectile. I feel like with this game is so kind of touchy to balance, because like I feel one misscrew and then the game gets all out of whack. That's what I feel like that's why I feel like they've kind of been taking a while for them to kind of like patch the game, because like I do believe like one mistake and then like you got you got Lily command grab looping you and just spamming OD Conderspire. I don't know. Something out of whack.
Yo, so let me ask you this. Like, how do you feel about the meter building in this game?
I'm going to sound like somebody who hates fun, but I definitely think it's way too fast in this game. I think it needs to be regenning slower. Like, I feel like you get meter way too often in this game. And like playing a lot of like versus games and like tag games where you get meter really fast, like that's cool and all, but like in this game I definitely think it needs to be toned down.
Now, given that like we kind of talked about a lot of stuff, are there any mechanics that you would want to like add into the game that you think would be cool?
Actually, not even a mechanic. I actually think fighting games need to go back to having invul backdashes. I feel like most Street Fighter 5 and 6 both don't have invul.
You are preaching to the choir.
We need invul backdashes back. I'm actually tired of not having my invul backdashes. I remember playing like SF4 and MKX with my invul backdash. I was like, oh, this feels so good. I don't like that.
My Blaze Blue, my XR, my Plus R. Invul backdashes. It builds character.
Yeah.
And it builds character because you're like, yo, I am going to stop this individual from backdashing no matter what. And your offense became 10 times stronger. And I think developers are like saying like, well, we want this game easier to understand or easy to learn. And like, I feel like things that they're changing has nothing to do with how learn the game. Backdashes was not a thing that,
made the
was
game
hard to
harder.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be like as egregious as like the older games, but just like some sort of info would be good.
What is there any other mechanics that you have in mind as well that you add, or is that just?
I guess the drive meter is technically the stamina bar, but I think you need to be. I feel like a lockout would be kind of cool. Maybe not like cool.
That would be cool.
But like you do one drive rush.
I think that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah.
You do one drive
Some
rush,
lockout.
and then like you can't drive rush for like 3 seconds. You like give me something. Unless it's in a combo, obviously. But like if you do like drive rush, jab, and then you walk back, and then it's like I'm just gonna do drive rush, jab again. Like lock them out or something for like 3 to 5 seconds. I think that would be cool.
With that being said, though, man, where can they find you, dude?
Follow me on Twitch iDom_NY, Twitter iDom NYC, and YouTube iDom FGC as well.
Hell yeah, man. First of all, I am so happy that you've been grinding not only Twitch, but being a fantastic fighting game player and a creator, man. I think this is the greatest thing for you, bro. You already hitting the ponytail art. You elevated. You pretty soon you're gonna be floating like Mr. X. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel. What are the changes you guys want? Do you guys agree with iDom? I appreciate all of you guys watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, leave a like, and make sure you guys go follow iDom. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.